Imagine who can a broiling hot day with the birds whistling in the trees and the droning above of airplanes as they fly around in the breeze. Imagine who can the trenches and dugouts, the whistling of bullets that pass and all that nature tells of spring, the bush and the trees and the grass. Imagine the distant booming of guns and the shells as they whiz o'er your head and then explode in the enemy's lines, leaving some wounded, some dead. It's hard to explain what this war is like, or what happened here yesterday eve, but I'll try and give an account of it, for my eyes I could hardly believe. It was just before sunset. Not a gun could be heard, except quite a way down the line, when suddenly a deafening report was heard. Our men had sprung a mine. A volume of earth went up in the air, and the smoke rolled slowly away, revealing a gap where their front line had been, 100-odd yards all the way. And mingled with thuds of falling debris and opening up of the guns could be heard, quite distinct from the enemy lines, the terrified yells of the Huns. Each eye was strained across the way as a red light rose in the air, and instantly their guns pealed forth in answer to the flare, and right along our front line trench the shells were bursting fast. Then ours spoke back, and hell let loose. Good heavens, how long will it last? The air seemed full of demons flying all around, and thunder in the distance from the guns that made the sound. And whining, screaming, growling, the shells flew thick o'erhead. The noise they made him burst into was enough to wake the dead. You've often seen the lightning and the thunder you have heard. A similarity to this to me has just occurred. The flash and sound of a thunderstorm is awfully weak and tame. Our big guns in the distance flash and thunder just the same. But just beware the shells are dropped, and see the blinding flash, and feel the concussion as they burst, and hear the rending crash. It's then you know what war is like, when you see a comrade fall and you cling right to the parapet, like the ivy to the wall. You hear a whiz and you crouch right down, you think it's the last, but you breathe again as all your head the whizzing shell has passed. It's burst behind the parado. But a mile's as good as a miss. It's better than being hit with a shell to be covered by debris. But hark, a message is coming down the line, and you know that someone's in trouble, for many a time it has gone down before. Stretcher bearers on the double. Now you've done house removing, and you know what it's like to shift a piano or bench, but it's nothing compared with the work that you have with a stretcher case in a trench. First aid is applied in a trench just as wide as one man can comfortably walk, and you have to be quick with the shells falling thick and noise you can't hear yourself talk. You start off at last, but you cannot go fast down this sharp cornered lane. The man groans, and you stop and give an opiate to relieve him of some of the pain, and so it goes on till the bombardment dies down. Then the bombers are ready to start, and away they go over no man's land with anxiety gripping each heart. It's their duty to take the crater that's made. Every man's a daredevil that's picked, but a daredevil's game has got to be played, and they're ready to win or be licked. A flare goes up. Every man stands still, not daring to breathe lest they're seen. Then away again as the flare dies down to the place where the trench has been. As quiet as Indians on the trail, for noise would surely mean death. Then they halt at the crater for all to come up. All ready? You hear a low breath. Then once again the strife begins. The men are well supplied, and they hold the enemy at bay and stand there side by side, and they work up the trenches, driving him back. Against counterattacks they stand and hold the crater, though some may fall till the help that they need is at hand. Now this is a glimpse of a part of the war of which you've been a spectator. You'll look at the news and read, on the west sprung a mine, we hold the crater.